Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. I hope you're all doing well. I am here with your Monday energy check-in. So, very interesting energies. The divine feminine's energy that she's in at this time is very much affecting her, the masculine, and the connection. And so, if you're a divine feminine that is feeling very empowered, has done a lot of healing, has done a lot of work, but are really in the energy of, you know, um, closing your heart, or putting up excessive boundaries, that energy really needs to be balanced out and healed, because it is affecting your progress on the journey, and it is affecting the connection. Okay. And I'm not saying, like, go open kimono and, like, oh, here it's a free for all. I'm healed. I'm strong. Be smart, right? Be smart, but don't completely shut down and put up a, 50-foot fence with barbed wire and, electrical, what do they call it? Like, shock. It's kind of like, okay, put the wall up, put a healthy boundary up, let there be a gate that someone can ring the doorbell, you can do the peephole, and then you can decide if you want to let them in. Don't put such a wall up that, you know, even people you want to have in your life can't come through because you're so, um, you know, overly protective of self. Okay, remember, you're not the same person that you were before. You've made a lot of changes, you've healed a lot of issues. You're not going to make the same mistakes, and frankly, they weren't even mistakes. They were situations and, lessons that have brought you to where you are today. So don't fear connection, don't fear operating in your heart space. Okay, if you want to book your own personal coaching session, reading, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. I still have that November special running, and it's only available while supplies last. So it's the 30-minute and the 45-minute twin flame readings are the only ones that are applicable, and it's very, very clearly noted on my website which two readings are the November special. Also, I have the a new reading, two new readings that are out, and that is the in-depth reading for the divine masculine, where we look at the head space, the heart space, the environment as related to the feminine. Then we look at the connection and potential future energies. That is a very, very special reading that I'm only going to offer for a short period of time, because it's a lot. Okay, and so I'm only going to do it for a short period of time. If you're interested in that reading, go ahead and book that now on my website. The other reading that I just started offering is for those of you who are just wanting to know what's going to come up in love for you. That is a video reading. What's coming up for you in love? Now, if you want to book that reading, go to queenoflight1111.com. Let's get started with the bottom of the deck for divine, feminine, masculine, and the connection. What is the energy they share? Well, this is a new tarot deck that I'm using. I just got it. It's called the Tarot of Oppositions. It's available on my Amazon storefront. So click on that link and you will be able to purchase this deck. And it's with the In-Between Tarot, and that is also in my Amazon storefront. Bottom of the deck, guys, we have the Devil card. So this is very much a card of, attachment. It's a card of ego. When the Devil card comes out, it's also a card of restriction. So, to better understand the light, right, you have to go through your shadows. You've got to go through the darkness. You've got to go through the despair, because that's where you find and rise into the light. So in this energy at the bottom of the deck, one or both of you could be feeling that you just don't know how you're going to find the light again. Okay, you're just so done with masculine, you're so done with feminine, whatever it is. You're in this energy of, like, I don't know how I'm going to get to the place of loving again. I don't know how I'm going to get to the place of light again. You may be feeling, enslaved, restricted, in the shadow. The next card that we have is the Ten of Wands, okay? Now, this very much feels like you're overwhelmed, you're burdened, you're trying to get to the ace, you're trying to get to your motivation of, starting fresh again, right? So this energy of the Ten of Wands is this energy of I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed by the restriction. I'm overwhelmed by the shadow. I'm overwhelmed by all of the things that have occurred on this journey. And I just need to get my motivation again. I need someone to light my battery, recharge my torch again. So the bottom of the deck energy for divine masculine and feminine, and the connection is both are feeling very restricted, overwhelmed, trying to gain their strength to, continue to move forward on their journey, to get motivation again to continue to move forward. Okay, so now what about for divine feminine? What is her most significant overall energy towards masculine? She is in the King of Swords energy and the Ten of Swords energy. I gotta tell you, I used three decks, right? She's got the Ten of Swords here. She's got the Ten of Swords in the other deck, and she's got the Ten of Swords in the third deck that I used for her. She's done. She's done. This is part of the issue. It's good to be done. It's okay to be done. Please be done. Be done with the attachment. Be done with restriction. Be done with being attached to a label. But don't be done with the light. Don't be done with the journey, because remember, this journey is about you. He was your catalyst. He helped awaken. But don't let that be like, okay, this is as far as I'm going to go on this journey. Then you don't understand the journey. You never did. This journey is your entire spiritual journey over this entire lifetime. Don't stop it just because things are at a challenging spot with masculine. Keep moving forward. This is a journey of union of self. So in her first card, we've got the King of Swords. It's in the upright, which I love. So she is in the energy of using her intellect, okay, using her authority. She's asserting boundaries. But this is also the energy where she is decreasing her emotion and coming more into her headspace. She's in this energy of wanting to be noble, wanting to be successful, wanting positive change. But she doesn't want to be in her heart space anymore. She doesn't want to be in her heart space. With the Ten of Swords that comes out with that card. And this is the energy of her saying, all right, this is done. This is done. I'm going through this transformation. Now, what do I do next? That is what this in-between stage is. It's like, okay, what do I do now? Do I stand still or do I move on? And so there is this weight off of her shoulders as she moves more into her headspace, swords. But what concerns me about the feminine is she's not in the heart space. The heart, the soul, the light. And it's because she's being extremely logical about new purpose. She wants clarity, and absolutely she should get it. But you've got to balance this out with the heart space, okay? To make sure that you're still loving you. To love you is to be able to love others. Now let's break this down further for divine feminine. Bottom of the deck now is Hanged Man, Four of Pentacles, and the Tornado. So she is in this energy of suspension. Okay, she's really trying to release this attachment, but I feel like she's gone overboard. I'm going to release it so much, I don't want anything to do with it. That's how I feel. It's like a cat kind of energy, okay? And so, nothing wrong with cats. I'm just saying, like, it's like, wah! That's what I'm really getting for feminine. She's like not happy. So she's trying to release her attachment, okay, from how this ended. She's trying to release her attachment from this ending. And so therefore, she is accepting that the connection has ended. She's accepting the breakup, but she's so much into the logic and acceptance that she's like, done with the journey, done with this, done with that. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But the people that do that, that are doing that, I've seen a lot of people defecting, like, oh, new age is bad and this and that. And, that's what happens when you get caught up in a label. That's why, since I started my channel, I'm talking about union of self empowerment, rising of the masculine, rising of the feminine for your own specific journey. Because there are a lot of people out there that are readers or whatever, or so-called light workers. You have to be very, very careful, that jumped on a bandwagon, and when the connection didn't work out for them, I'm done. The label is bad, the tarot is bad, blah, blah, blah. Always use your judgment. It's like they're going from one addiction to another addiction. And that addiction being whatever they want it to be. But that's what they're essentially doing. Please have a mind of your own. Use your own judgment about what is good for you. But always remember that this journey has and always will be about your soul's evolution. And if things work out outside of you with masculine or soulmate, whatever, then that's fantastic. That's icing on the cake. But this journey is about you. So feminine is in the energy of being logical, putting up some boundaries, really getting the weight of the world off of her shoulders and deciding what to do next. And in that decision making, she's really trying to release any attachments. Okay? First card that we have for her as we break down this energy, this is a crumbling judgment card. She feels a little bit like this energy where her intuition or her judgment has failed her. So she's in this energy of kind of like second guessing her intuition. And this is why she's going just into the ego mind. She's just going straight into logic. She's feeling like her intuition has failed her. And she feels like she has been seduced. Okay, seduced by a label, seduced by the masculine, seduced by a journey. So she's in this energy of really shaking up her evaluation of what it is that she desires. And as related to masculine, she's like, the end. It's the end of the end. I'm not going to get things going again. I'm not rekindling the flame with masculine again. Because when he comes forward, he shows me that he's a leader, but he makes these small offers and he tricks me and he's insincere. So any sort of exchange, I'm not open to it unless he develops. That is divine feminine's energy. Let's look at divine masculine. We have the Seven of Swords. Now, this did not come out this way, and it didn't come out this way. It literally flew out sideways. So I'm going to take it that way. And it flew out with the Lover's card, okay? So when the Seven of Swords flew out, I was like, okay, well, at least it wasn't like in the upright. It was sideways. And what this is telling me is that there is a great deal of balancing that is occurring for divine masculine in this area. Okay, Seven of Swords, typically the energy of deception and trickery. Seven of Swords is also the energy of strategy, trying to get away from something. So when this card comes out, we've got to read it two ways. We've got to read it in the shadow and in the light. And so this is about divine masculine trying to escape from unwelcome relationships. Lover's card, right? Anything that's unwelcome. Release grievances that keep him from growing. So he's in the energy of trying to escape some connections. And he's also in the energy of looking at how he's attached to old habits and old ways. Okay? And how he's intentionally or unintentionally has deceived himself, disrupted himself, sabotaged himself through certain connections. So his most significant energy towards feminine is, I tried to escape this connection, but I'm also attached to this connection. Remember, we have the Devil card at the bottom of the deck. He's in this energy of trying to escape it, but having a very difficult time escaping or moving towards it, because he's still in old habits, and those old habits are not going to work with this divine feminine, or it shouldn't work with anybody for that matter. So he's trying to escape situations and grievances. He's trying to escape anything that he's done wrong, but then he's still attached. He's still in this crappy energy. Okay, still in that energy, still balancing out that Seven of Swords. So let's break that down. What's the bottom of the deck for him? He wants to move towards his 10 of Cups. He wants to embrace change. He wants to evolve. There is a desire for him to want to evolve. But here's the thing. I'm not all about, that's great. Have the desire, have the motivation. But you know what? Do it. Do it and then go to Divine Feminine. Don't just sit here and say that, you know, I'm thinking about it, I'm doing it, I'm aware of it. Do something about it, change, and then show this feminine. Because this feminine is hands washed, done. First card out for Divine Masculine, 6 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and the Bridge. So this is this energy of, you know, reunion. It's also the energy of the past, of nostalgia. You know, he's juggled connections. He's juggled connections. And now he's trying to overcome that energy of deception. He knows that he has been a player, Knight of Wands. He knows he has been in and out, given these small offers, Page of Pentacles, which we already have for feminine right here. She's like, yeah, you come to me like a King of Wands, but then you are like a trickster with your offer. And here he is saying, yeah, I know, I'm in and out. I've been in and out with these small offers and I'm ashamed. He's ashamed. He knows that he needs to come correct. He needs to bring in truth and he needs to bring an apology for all of this chaos that has been created by him. He's saying that. He knows that. And so he's really in this energy of balance. Look, we have 2 of Pentacles, we have Justice and Temperance, all balance cards. All balance cards. He's healing. He wants to bring things into balance. He's healing this past. He's healing his victimization. He's healing his loss. Look at this. King of Swords, Justice. She's the King of Swords and he's got Justice. He knows that he has screwed up. He knows it. He's looking back at the past. 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups. He's looking back at the past. He's looking at the regret. He's looking at what he's done. And he knows he needs to come in with truth, with justice, with harmony, and with healing. Now let's look at the connection. 9 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Okay, but this 9 of Pentacles is not the good 9 of Pentacles. It's in the reverse. This is the energy of, all right, you got your reward, but did you deserve it? Did you deserve this soul connection? Did you deserve this soul contract? Do you deserve people doing right by you? I'm getting a couple of messages here. First thing that I'm getting is, you know, feminine is so strong in her confidence. She's like, I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody. Me, myself, and I. Okay, remember, this is the journey of the raising the vibration of the planet. Remember, this is the journey of connecting with others, sharing love, receiving love. And if you're isolating yourself in your tower and you're like, I got my pentacle, I got what I wanted out of this journey, and I don't need anything else, I don't need this spiritual connection, or I'm not grateful for the spiritual connection, that's a problem. For masculine, his energy is like, I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. I wasn't confident enough to be in this connection. I wasn't healed enough. I didn't have enough self-worth to be in this connection. So now let's break it down. Well, there's a lot of mental conflict that is being held on to by feminine. And there's a lot of mental conflict that is being held on to about feminine. So both ways, okay? So this union, 2 of Cups, has crumbled. And now we are seeing through the lies. We are seeing through the secrets. We are seeing through our illusions. There's this missed opportunity that is very, very defeating. That was very, very, it's like a no-win situation. And that energy is ending. This missed opportunity, this nobody wins energy, that energy is changing. People are getting into their personal power. They're trying to strengthen their intuition because they know things now. They know better now. They know who was cunning. They know who was a trickster. And so there's a pause with the King of Wands because he needs to get his self-esteem in check. And because Divine Feminine needs to come into her heart center again. And both need to get out of their ego. Listen, man, I don't ever favor one over the other. So this was equally a coaching session for masculine and feminine. And if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending you all so much love, so much light, and a big, big hug. Have a great day. Bye.